Straight ahead on 12 News, construction headaches in Golden Valley. We'll take you to the project that's confusing some drivers. Then, flu shots at the fair. Why this year it's not a bad idea to get them now. But first, a public safety alert for runners and walkers.
It's serious and it needs to be corrected, and we're going to do our best to resolve the incident.
12 News starts right now. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. Brooklyn Park Police are investigating reports from two female joggers who say they were groped.
It happened recently in the northern part of the city. We get more from Eric Nelson.
Kind of a scary thing, you know. You want to be able to feel safe when you're out jogging or biking or walking.
Residents of this clean and prosperous Brooklyn Park neighborhood were caught off guard when they heard the news.
I'm very, very surprised and shocked too. It's very crime-free around here, and you just don't expect stuff like that.
I work out around the area oftentimes, and so it's a bit discomforting knowing that there's somebody that's out there violating women. It's very uncomfortable, unfortunately.
The joggers were groped around 97th Avenue and Linden Street.
We want to feel that we're protected, and we work hard to be safe, and it's unfortunate that he's violating that, he's breaking that.
The suspect is described as a teenage African-American male. He allegedly grabbed their buttocks on a bike and later on a moped on this trail, not far from Noble Parkway.
You know, we do look at it as a serious thing, and because it's a big intrusion. I mean, you should be able to go jogging down the path and not have anybody touch you, especially inappropriately in this manner.
Now, there could already be a break in this case. Brooklyn Park police say they have identified a suspect, and they believe they have the situation under control.
We did get a tip back that believed identified a possible suspect, and we currently have detectives following up on that right now.
These incidents have been a wake-up call to the neighborhood.
And I certainly will keep even more of a look on things now.
Police say residents should always pay attention to their surroundings.
Be aware of your environment, what's out there. If you see suspicious activity, let us know and call about it.
I usually do run in the afternoon or like early evening before the sun's setting, so I think I'll have to alter my schedule just to be more cautious.
In Brooklyn Park, I'm Eric Nelson, Channel 12 News.
Brooklyn Park Police are encouraging residents to sign up for the TIP 411 program. It's a way for the city to get out information about safety issues such as this one.
A new poll shows Democrat Terry Bonoff has some ground to make up to catch Republican incumbent Eric Paulsen. The 3rd Congressional District poll shows Paulsen leading Bonoff 57% to 31%, with 12% of respondents undecided. The poll was paid for by the American Action Network, a nonprofit that promotes center-right public policy. The 3rd Congressional District spans the western suburbs and includes Brooklyn Park, Maple Grove, and Plymouth.
The next Hy-Vee grocery store to be built in the Twin Cities could be in Maple Grove. There are plans for 2 grocery stores in that city. The latest plan involves northern Maple Grove at a site just south of the future Highway 610. Hy-Vee is proposing a 96,000 square foot store as well as a gas station. It's also slated for future residential development. The site is a challenge to develop because it consists of wetlands and a significant number of trees. The Maple Grove City Council will look at the Hy-Vee North Plan on September 6th. And the Maple Grove City Council has also approved a Hy-Vee store in the southwest part of the city near the Corcoran border. No timeline is set for construction on that store.
The developer behind a proposal to redevelop a Plymouth strip mall has submitted an architectural plan to the city. The Four Seasons Mall has sat vacant for years. Golden Valley-based Rock Hill Management is proposing senior housing, 2 smaller hotels, retail and office space, and a 3-story park and ride ramp. The Plymouth Planning Commission and City Council have yet to review the plans. And city officials tell 12 News that the developer is hoping to get through all the necessary approvals by the end of the year. Jackhammers and orange cones have become a common sight for some Golden Valley residents.
And the Douglas Drive Corridor project won't be done until next year. Sonia Goins shows us how it's impacting residents.
There's no asphalt or sidewalks on Douglas Drive and Medicine Lake Road. It's been temporarily replaced by orange cones and construction gear.
They did tell us that they were going to be doing some things to the road, but we didn't know how bad it was going to be.
Sharon Beauclair's front yard leads right up to the construction area.
It's a real big problem, really big problem.
The Douglas Drive Corridor project started in June. Crews are working to improve traffic flow and upgrading roads and sidewalks.
We didn't know it was going to be dug up every day, all day. Noise, noise, noise.
It's really complicated for Sharon to get out of her driveway. She has to go along this path and up along this hill, hoping she doesn't hit a car or another object.
Try to take our time and getting through dirt, grass, puddles of water, everything.
The inconvenience is wearing on her patience and vehicle.
Look at my tires. This is like the 5th time we done had to redo our tires. I mean, it's hectic.
Douglas Drive is close to traffic between Duluth Street and Medicine Lake Road, and some motorists are confused when it comes to the detour.
We have people stopping in all the time asking for directions.
The detour uses Highway 55 to Winnetka Avenue and Medicine Lake Road. It's kind of a long way around, and some folks are taking shortcuts. But you're not supposed to do that.
Because there's no real way up here that says how the detour goes, and there's no easy way to go. You can't do it without getting through a residential neighborhood.
And as for Sharon, she'll be glad when it's over.
I'm trying to, stay in the godly spirit.
In Golden Valley, Sonia Goins, 12 News.
The project is a case of short-term pain for long-term gain. Hennepin County officials say when the project is finished, it will be safer for both pedestrians and drivers.
It is a challenge every year for fire departments finding enough firefighters. Robbinsdale, Maple Grove, and Brooklyn Center are among the local suburbs looking for paid on-call firefighters. In Robbinsdale, the last day to apply is September 16th, and you can download an application off the city's website and then drop it off at Robbinsdale City Hall. A shuttered old country buffet restaurant in Maple Grove is getting new life this week. The signs are up and hiring continues for the first Minnesota Golden Corral restaurant. North Carolina-based chain opens Thursday in Maple Grove. Like its predecessor, Golden Corral is an all-you-can-eat buffet, but unlike OCB, Golden Corral is actually expanding with its sights set on other Twin Cities locations. But coming up next in Health Check, why you may want to get your flu shot much earlier this year.
And later in sports, Benilde St. Margaret's is featured in today's football training camp reports.
But first, a gorgeous day on tap for Wednesday. You'll have plenty of sunshine and low humidity.
The summer is winding down, which means we are one step closer to the start of the flu season.
And the CDC says flu activity typically occurs between October and May, but the vaccinations are available now. And in today's Health Check report, Dwayne Cleveland has more on a group that's trying to get people immunized in an unlikely place.
During the 12-day run of the Minnesota State Fair, roughly 2 million people pass through the turnstiles. They come for food, they come for fun.
You can just fill out this form, front and back.
And some even come for flu shots.
We've been doing it 2 or 3 years now. Because it's convenient, it's fast. All I do is show my health partner's card and it's free. How about a flu shot?
Located in a building at the corner of Cooper and Dan Patch.
MVNA is a really good cause. We are nonprofit.
Nurses from MVNA try to lure in fairgoers who wander on by.
When I stand out in the aisle, I always say, most fun you're going to have at the fair all day is your flu shot.
It's a service that's been offered for the past 13 years to achieve the goal of community immunity.
We average about 175 to 200 a day. We could handle a lot more though.
It's a service that still hasn't caught on with everyone just yet, but for some fairgoers, it's become as traditional as stuffing their face.
Well, we come every year. Since we have the kids with us, we get them the flu shot. We don't have to take time off of work, make a doctor's appointment.
The whole process only takes about 5 minutes, as a certain 12 News reporter discovered. Needles. Good times. And unlike years past, if you want the flu vaccine, a needle in your arm is the only option because the flu mist isn't available due to a CDC recommendation.
There are no safety concerns. What they did was they looked at some studies of children aged 2 to 17 and found that it had a very low effectiveness rate.
Beebe says that with no flu mist this year, it raises concerns about people who don't like needles avoiding the vaccine altogether.
It
always has the potential to make it for a bad flu season.
Which is why she's hoping more people factor in the flu along with their food and fun.
The more people that get immunized against the flu, the less of a flu season we'll have.
For Health Check, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
Despite the lack of flu myths this year, health experts say they don't anticipate a shortage of the flu shot. So good idea to get it done and then go get an ice cream cone or something.
Treat yourself, right?
Coming up, put on your hard hats. We'll show you a birthday party that's bigger than life in Crystal.
But first, a veteran Osseo volleyball team is ready for a big season. John Jacobson has that and more up next in sports.
Bit of a disappointment for the Osseo volleyball team over the weekend, but I know they are looking forward to plenty of success in the season ahead.
A very good veteran group, and I think they'll get a lot of wins by the time November rolls around. The Osseo volleyball team lost a heartbreaker in 5 sets to Rochester Mayo at the Breakdown Side-Out Classic on Saturday. As Jay Wilcox reports, though, the Orioles are likely to chalk up more than a few wins this fall.
As much as any sport, volleyball is about meshing as a team. Knowing where your teammates will be is crucial. That's why Osseo feels good about this season.
We returned 6 seniors that played last year, and we all have a great bond off and on the court, and we're all friends with the underclassmen, and we all just get along really well, so it makes practice and scrimmages really fun. It's just a great environment to have this season.
With one of the state's better hitters in Tina Bowe, it'd be tempting to go to her most of the time. But the Orioles know there must be some variety, too.
They know it's really important to go to other players because it'll just leave more openings for Tina, especially, you know, if we can get other hitters the ball, they can get their confidence going, but then it'll also open up holes in the block for everybody. So it's definitely something that we learned after last year, that we've got to spread the ball a little bit more.
You know, I believe in their ability to get a kill on the court and get that big dig, and I think that it can be an advantage if teams are too focused on me, because then my other teammates will step up and get the job done.
The seniors will carry a heavy load this fall, but it's understood that for this season and the future, the younger ones will have to be incorporated.
Yeah, we definitely encourage the younger girls to step up and be leaders, considering the starting 6 are seniors and we're all going to be gone next year. We tell them, you know, you're the captains next year, you're the leading ones, so step up, this is your program. So it's really good. They're doing their best to become the new leaders.
Osseo won't have an easy path to reach the state tournament with Champlain Park and Wayzata in their section, but it'd be a nice way for the seniors to go out.
Pushing for another state appearance this year. Made it there freshman year. It was a great time, great season, and I'd love to repeat that experience.
We'll see if this veteran Osseo group can get it done. Jay Wilcox, 12 Sports.
The Orioles play at rival Maple Grove next Tuesday, followed by 3 straight home matches. It was like learning on the job for many players on last year's Benilde St. Margaret's football team. A more seasoned group of Red Knights is ready to take the field this fall. Here's today's prep football training camp report.
Benilde St. Margaret should find out in a hurry how much they've improved from 2015. They'll host an Orono team on Friday that beat them 47-14 in last year's opener.
It's going to be a fun one, yeah. Orono spanked us pretty bad last year, and I mean, they had like 30 seniors, and we had kids who never played again the whole season starting. So we're going to give it to them.
The Red Knights finished just 3-5 in the regular season before winning 2 section playoff games. This group should be ready to take a step up.
Can't remember the last time Benilde's had a group of returning starters like this, returning guys with varsity time like this. We just expect a lot out of ourselves, and so we need to make sure we push ourselves every day.
We had those 8 sophomores and 2 ninth graders that started for us last year, and it was tough. I mean, we played some pretty dang good teams, and we hung in there and found a way to lose a lot of those games because I think we lacked experience, and you know, they were just young. So it's exciting for this fall.
Among the returnees is second-year starting quarterback Will Whitmore. Ricky Floyd is back to carry the rushing load. As a junior, he rushed for over 1,700 yards and 18 touchdowns. Floyd and Whitmore will benefit from a seasoned offensive line, anchored by Harvard-bound center Eric Wilson and guard Braden Fitzgerald. Linebacker Ikena Ujuaku and safety Liam Ford are among those to watch for in defense, as Benilde looks to cut down on the number of big plays they allowed last season. The Red Knights know they need to work together for this to be a big year.
I'm an offensive lineman. Most important, I believe, is the most important part of the game. But then we need to also have the backs doing their job, and the receivers blocking, and the receivers running tight routes, and then the quarterback making reads. And then on defense, everybody needs to have their gap. And when everybody does their job, then the team comes together as one.
There it is, up. Here's the scoop on the Red Knights. John Hanks and Patrick Krieger begin their 12th season as the team's co-head coaches. 14 starters return from Benilde. Again, they open Friday at home against Orono. And that's a look at sports for today.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Up next, a dump truck coming to a birthday party near you.
We will explain when we come back. You could be the next person to sing and don those signature red jackets. The Plymouth Rockers Chorus is looking for some new members. The group is open to anyone 55 and older. The Rockers rehearse every Monday morning at the Plymouth Creek Center and perform 2 major concerts per year, as well as at many other events. And if you're interested, visit PlymouthRockers.org. And finally, stumped for good ideas for your child's birthday party?
Well, get a load of this new option for kids ages 7 and younger in Crystal.
And just to be able to pretend that they're driving down the city street in one of these big trucks that they see working throughout the city.
Imagine being a kid and having the chance to climb up into a City of Crystal loader or a street sweeper or a single axle dump truck. For $140, a Crystal Public Works employee will drive one of those heavy-duty vehicles and spend 1 hour at your child's birthday party. And if you throw in a couple extra bucks, the children can get plastic hard hats and kids' safety vests as a souvenir. The idea started this summer when a resident asked the city if her son could have a birthday party at Crystal's new Public Works facility, since her son loves trucks. And while that wasn't possible, the city realized there was an opportunity for city workers to come to kids.
They have an opportunity for pictures to be taken, can sit inside of the truck and pretend that they're driving, just to be up close and personal with a big truck.
The City of Crystal believes they might be the only community to offer this birthday party package, and they see it as a good way to build awareness about the city's public works department. So imagine being 5, 6 years old.
A 6-year-old boy would love that.
Wow,
Get to climb up there
in the truck.
You bet.
Pretty good idea.
Put on a party hat.
That's right. That does it for us. Thanks so much for joining us.
And we will see you back here again Wednesday starting at 4.